Good morning. I'm joined by Tim Davies, CEO of Carr's Milling Industries. Tim, hello.
Good morning.
Just to start with, can you give us a broad overview of the shape of the group?
Yes. We're quite a diverse group, actually, Carr's. We've got three divisions. Agriculture, which has many traditional parts of it, which is retail, country stores, animal feed manufacture. But what's interesting about our agricultural division, we have some specialist areas, which we've developed very much over recent years, particularly in feed blocks, and also AminoMax, which is a brand new product aimed at the dairy farmer. We also have our food division, which contains 3 flour mills, one in Cumbria, our brand new mill at Kirkcaldy in Scotland, and a third smaller mill in Essex. Our final division, engineering, is mainly focused on the nuclear industry as well as oil and gas. And we operate very much in niche markets within those two areas, very much focused on dangerous environments where we provide solutions for clients who operate in those markets.
Very interesting. And what's your strategy for developing the UK agricultural business?
We've got a very strong presence in the north of England, and where we're extremely effective is operating in livestock areas, upland areas. And so what we intend to do is to consolidate our current position where we have very substantial market shares, but also extend our geography across other areas with a similar offering. In addition to that, we are very much focused on becoming the leading dairy nutrition business in the UK. And we'll do that through innovation and technology around feeding dairy cows.
Moving on to the food division, what was the rationale behind the large investment you made in Kirkcaldy in the flour mill there?
I think you have to look at the wider market to understand why we invested. The UK flour market has been oversupplied for many years and is typified by old production assets. And we were no different. Our mill in Kirkcaldy in Scotland was an old mill. We're supplying some of the leading brands in the food industry, and I think it was time that we had to make a decision whether to invest or get out. Our decision was to invest, and I think it was absolutely the right decision by the board. We've now built the most technically advanced flour mill in the world at Kirkcaldy. From that, we now generate significant operational efficiencies. But in addition, we're producing flour of the highest quality to very, very high food safety standards. And that has really changed our business. So our food division, now you'll notice, has had a step change in its financial performance because of that investment.
So much more attractive now to your clients.
Yeah.
Thinking of the engineering division, have you seen a change in demand, particularly in the nuclear industry, where I suppose you depend to some extent on commissioning and decommissioning happening in new and old power stations?
Yeah, the nuclear industry is obviously very important to us, and the frustration for everybody working in that environment is political decisions and continuity of work coming out of the nuclear market. But we're very confident that work is starting to come forward now, particularly in UK decommissioning.
And thinking of the two divisions that hang together most closely, agricultural and food, has this year's extremely good harvest made a difference to you yet? Will it over the coming months?
The interesting thing, our two northern mills, our two main flour mills in Cumbria and in Scotland, are portside, so we're right on the docks. And what that does is gives us fantastic flexibility in sourcing wheat. So if the UK's had a great harvest, then we can source wheat from the UK. If Germany's had a particularly good harvest and represents the best value, we can source from, say, Germany. So we have that innate flexibility in our flour mills, which allows us to source the best quality, best value wheat from where we need to get it from.
Interesting. And then thinking of the group as a whole, what's the strategy for the next 5 years, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it's really important to get across how we see the future. We spent a lot of time recently in sort of planning for the future, for the long term. We've got a very clear vision, and that is to be recognised as a truly international business at the forefront of technology and innovation. And actually, that thread of innovation and technology goes right across our three divisions and is a core culture, whether it's in engineering or agricultural food. Each of them has that core competency in both technology and innovation. And we've got 4 key planks to our strategy. The first one is people. We want to employ and develop the very best people in each of our organisations for the future, those people that can run successfully our business in 5 to 10 years' time. Our second plank is to continue to innovate. The business has become successful through innovation, and we want to make sure there's a pipeline of new products and services coming through which will generate growth. Thirdly, we want to grow, and we'll grow through acquisition and also through organic growth. And then the final strand to our strategy is to continue to invest in our assets. Everywhere you go in cars throughout our sites, you'll see really well invested assets. And that has definitely in the past given us a competitive advantage. And we will continue to do that into the future. So we have a very clear plan, and we're setting our stall out to deliver that over the coming years.
Tim, thank you very much. If you'd like any further information, please visit the Edison website.